So basically, I was very dumb, very, very, very dumb. And I thought everything was cool. And he had already sent me like a card to use for something else. And so I asked him if I could use it for another thing. And like the messaging was just like, after that was just sparse. And then finally the next day he sent me a very long message about how things were kind of like how he didn't like what things looked like when he got home. He like I didn't tell him that I was still there.
Yeah, I knew it. You didn't tell him.
And that asking for to use his card was very selfish. And that he doesn't think it's gonna work. And I got really upset, like very upset. And I was like, I hope nobody treats their daughters like this. You had sex with me. You got what you wanted, and now you're just making up shit. Like literally, like I popped off. And I regret having done that. He was still going back and forth with me a little bit, trying to say like he doesn't need to, manipulate women for sex. Like women are all, which is true, it's true. But I was just mad and I was just saying shit. So my question is, girl, I apologize because my therapist is male. And so my therapist was like, girl,
Therapy.
you're tripping. So I was just like, telling him stuff. He was like, well, what would it feel like to, tell him? So I like sent him an apology text. Like, I'm sorry for saying all of that. I should have never brought up his daughters ever. And like, whatever. So I sent that, but I didn't hear from him. And so I'm wondering if I should like call him or if I should just drop it.
You should drop it.
Okay.
It's time to move on, and you could take it like as a learning experience. I'm not gonna say a learning lesson, but a learning experience.
Guys.
And a man like that, I think men who are wealthy, men who have a lot of money, are very particular. I'm not gonna say all, but I'm gonna say most. Some of them, I'm not gonna say all of them, may want you to be up before they get up. So he may want you to get out the bed before he gets out the bed, done up, hair done, worked out, completed, breakfast on the stove to perfection. He doesn't want to see you comfortable in the first 6 days. What I also think changed was as soon as you gave it up, and I'm not going to say the word, but I think when men have said, they have something called clarity. I'm not going to say the other two words. And sometimes I think for them after that situation, they realize, is this person who I really want to be with? Not saying you're an ugly girl, not saying you're a bad person.
See, this is why you can't let women speak for men. If a man has sex with a woman and he loses interest, that's because there's nothing else she offers. This woman got a wealthy man to buy her car tires, and then she gave up the punani, and then she stayed at his house. She didn't cook for him a meal when he came back to his house. There was no meal ready for him. She didn't clean. She was just watching Netflix at his house. So of course, after he claps cheeks and she can't even make him a meal, he's gonna be like, you know what? He's rich. Remember, she's been talking about how she asked him for a credit card. So he's like, okay, she wants my money. She can't even cook me a meal. She can't even clean. She stayed at my house all day watching Netflix. Like she couldn't even do anything, but she wants me to spend money on her. I mean, I already clapped them cheeks. Why should I keep her around? So she's wrong. Because this woman teaches these women how to find rich guys. But one thing she doesn't teach them is what to do for them. She just teaches them all the tricks on how to look and how to get a rich man. She never tells them, you know what? Maybe you should be more feminine. Maybe you should learn how to cook. Maybe you should learn how to clean. She just teaches them, get a rich man to spend money on you and try not to have sex with him in 90 days. You know what I mean?
Maybe he just got a sense like, I don't know if this is the person for me. And I think it's important to get a man emotionally attached first before you make a physical connection.
This is such bad advice.
I think that's very important. I'm not saying.
In other words, hold the punani. In other words, make him wait for 90 days. Make him spend money on you as you make him chase the punani so that he gets attached to you. Like rich men don't do that shit. He will wait because he has all the money. He will spend the money even if it takes him 6 months. The moment he clap them cheeks, you're out because you have nothing else to offer. The only women, in my opinion, who withhold sex from men are the ones who have nothing else to offer because they know all they have to offer is the punani. So once the man claps them cheeks, there's nothing else.
It always lasts when you have an emotional connection. But I would want him to be hooked emotionally to me before he has my body. Because he can have any woman. If he has as much money as you says he does, if he would leave you in his house, have a penthouse, there's probably 20 other girls on reserve while you were laying down, while he was wanted to be. So he says she showed up to the date. I'm just saying this particular guy who you're talking about, you came together pristine. Now you in the house eating popcorn, Netflix, hair up in a bun, and he don't want to see that. He doesn't want to see that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
I never thought about that.
He want to see you done up. He had a long day. He want to see pretty to perfection, a little Barbie doll. Oh, hey, baby, how are you? Hello. I know that's not for everyone. I'm not saying you have to change for a man. I'm not saying you have to be that for a man. But if you want to date a certain type of man who has a certain type of status, who is a 1%er in the world, then honey, that's what comes with the territory. And from what it sounds like, he don't want you to snore in front of him. He don't want you to what? Fart in front of him. He don't want you to look tired, smelly, and not bathe in front of him. He's very particular. He wants you to be like a little Barbie doll. You got too comfortable too quickly for him.
No, she didn't get comfortable. She just offered no value. She wasn't an asset to the man. The only thing she's right about is the fact that those rich guys, they have options, obviously. And also that's what comes with a wealthy guys. Because I can tell you, this woman somewhere has rejected so many good average men who would have been, okay with her snoring, who would have been okay with her not cooking, who would have been okay with her not cleaning their house, right? She has rejected so many good guys because they are not wealthy enough to buy her 4-car tires like the rich guy did. She has rejected so many average men because she wants the top tier 1%. Like she said, he was a 1%er. So we're talking about a millionaire, right? But she didn't realize dealing with rich men comes with a consequence. They don't really care as much. They're not going to be buying you flowers all the time. Now, you may get Drake every now and then and put you on a private jet, or you may get a Diddy to get other men to clap your cheeks as he's watching, but it comes with a cost. But they don't want the average man who wants just the normal things. They want that lifestyle. They don't know it comes with a territory. You know what I mean? Now she's going to want to get another rich guy, and the same thing will happen. And you remember, it's not so many rich guys. Either she's going to be lucky enough to find other rich guys, or when she gets 45, she's going to come back to the average guy and knock on Isaac's door. Hey, Isaac. Hey, big head. And Isaac's going to be like, you didn't want me when I was still down. Now I'm up. You didn't want me when you had no kids. Now you got 4 kids by seven men. I don't want you. You know what I mean?
And he had that clarity right after the say. As soon as things, again, PN clarity. As soon as men have seg, they come to the realization. The thrill is there because they haven't done anything with you yet. And that's why you were so much more confident before you guys did anything, because you still had the power. You had the cookie. You didn't give him anything. So you still was like, I'm that girl. He ain't going nowhere. As soon as you gave it up, it's almost like you felt like you gave your power away.
Yeah.
I know not all women feel like this, but if you know you're not that girl, and I know you said you've been watching the videos, you gotta kind of play the game with, with the small. You gotta play the game, not with the 1%. You can't.
No, but so this is it. This is I normally date 1% white guys. Usually, this is the first time I ever dated a black man. who's in 1%. And I feel like it's different.
Oh, so now she's gonna blame the rest, right? So if you always dated wealthy white men, right? How come you couldn't keep any of them? So now because you've dated a black guy who wanted you to cook and clean and you didn't do it, he clapped them cheeks and let you go. Now you think it's because it's a black guy? You see how it doesn't make sense? You just said you've always dated rich 1% white men, but you couldn't keep any of them. I mean, if you could, you wouldn't be with a black guy. But clearly there's something about you that you need to look in the mirror and change and, find out why you've dated all these rich men. Because, I mean, I know Ashley has makeup, but we can all say that Ashley looks better than her, right? So if you're getting all these rich men with the way you look, how come you cannot keep any of them? She needs to look in the mirror and ask herself, do I need to learn how to cook, how to shut my mouth, how to be feminine, something?
Okay, I will say there's a different in culture, right? Or different in the way people are raised, but I think men are men, right? I think men are men. They're black and white. Women, we have gray areas.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the game is the same, but the only thing that changes is the players. That's what I feel. All right? And I don't want you to stress yourself out about it. I think in this situation, to get your power back, when he said, oh, I don't think this is for me, the best thing you could have did was said nothing, packed up your bag and walked out. C'est la vie.
Now she's wondering, will I ever get another rich man to buy me 4-car tires, right? The only problem I have with this woman is she teaches these women how to get the rich men. She doesn't teach them what those rich men want from women, right? Because she's teaching them, oh, hold on to the pussy, don't give up so quick, don't sleep with them, make them invest emotionally and spend money on you so they get attached. Guess what? They're rich. They will spend money on you for 6 months, for 12 months, and clap cheeks, and you have nothing else to offer. They will still drop you. It doesn't matter just because you made them wait. Now, you may make Boogie wait if you want. I could stay for, I don't know, even if you can't cook for me, I could still like you. But you make a 1% wait, and you think he's going to keep you around just because he's spending some money on you? These women don't. They ain't got the answers, Sway. They ain't got the answers, man. Anyway, shout out to you guys, man. This is crazy. And I'm telling you guys, these are the women you're gonna run into on dating apps out here in the world. Whether you meet women on dating apps or in the world, these are the women you're gonna meet. This is what I've told you guys, and I'll say it again. You guys don't listen to me, but that's on you. I'm gonna tell you again. If you're a man dating any woman from the age of 30 onwards, so I'm talking 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and onwards, 99% chance she's running into a good man, a rich man, a tall man, a funny man, a muscular man, confident man, gangster, whatever type of man. But ask yourself this. If she couldn't keep any of them, if none of them could make her happy, why do you think you are going to be the one to keep her happy? What, because she said she likes you? Well, because she said I do? So if you're dating out here, you're going to meet women like her she claims she's dated only the 1% rich, wealthy man. If they couldn't keep her happy, if she couldn't be able to keep them, what makes you think you're going to make her happy and she's going to keep you? So as you're out here dating, always ask yourself this. Are the things I'm doing for this woman, has any man ever done these things? The things she says I should do to make her happy. Has any man ever done these things? 99.9%, the answer is yes. So after you ask yourself that question, ask yourself another question. What makes me think I'm so good to make her stay with me, but she couldn't stay with the other guys? What makes me such an angel, so different from the other guys? Those are the questions men never ask themselves. I'm not a dating coach, right? I'm not an angel. I'm not a prophet. I'm none of that, but just a logical thinker. Like, that's literally common sense. Those are the things men never ask themselves. So you're out here looking for love, look for love all you want. I'm all for love. Yay, let's go. Let's go, love army. But ask yourself those two questions.